Alright, so we are going to do a Toolbox tour. I think this is like the 3rd edition now, I can't remember. I'm doing it quick on my brakes, so I'm going to try to do this in relatively one take and just kind of quickly go through everything. This is a setup for a fleet semi-truck mechanic. So I work on Volvos, Freightliners, some internationals, yard trucks, Tico, Ottawa, Autocar, etc. So let's get it started. First of all, my roll cart. I work out of this every day, and this is basically it here. So Astro pneumatic. I don't think I changed the battery yet. I had it for like 2 years. And my basic stuff in here I use every day, checking brakes, pen, picks for O-rings, Icon pliers, they're awesome. Knipex, can't go wrong. Icon snips, very good. Irwin vice grips, hard to beat. 3/8 ratchet from Icon, I use it every day, works great. Keep an extension in here. This is from Napa, it's Carlisle. It's like the Snap-on copy. I use this a lot too, it's awesome. See, it got a little rusty. Power probe torch, this is the one to get. Don't worry about the Snap-on BS, but I did drop it and break it right there. It still works fine. I think I've talked about this plenty of times on my channel. This thing is awesome. This is a little Icon. I'm sure you guys have seen it. Sorry, I gotta do this one-handed. There you go. Pretty sweet. I have 3 of them. Trailer light tester, can't go wrong with that. You need one of these. If the shop doesn't supply one, roll of tape. That's it. That keeps my sockets here. Just a standard socket rail, zip ties, sandpaper. You get the idea. Magnetic tray, Icon creeper. Just built a little hook for it so I can wheel it around. And that's pretty much it. I'll put that back later. Some gloves up here. I use this stuff every day. Bottom shelf, some oil for hubs. I keep a bottle jack back there. Bag of rags, some fluids, just stuff I use every day. And this is what I use most of the time for most repairs. Small stuff anyway. So main box, another Harbor Freight box. You guys get the idea. These lights are awesome. Cyclops is the way to go. It's really hard to beat. Icon light, don't use it very much. I just use these two mostly. And my stream light, flashlight, by the way. Keep that in my pocket every day if we're going to do this real quick. Keep a magnetic little extension here to grab stuff. Comes in handy. This is the all-time favorite tool. If I had to have one, this is in my pocket every day. A pocket pry bar from Lyle. So this is Lyle Streamlight, rechargeable one. And this is some, I forget who made this. It's not too bad. It's just a magnetic, telescoping magnetic thing, so get one. Anyway, that's the pocket. We'll just start over here. I got index and pry bar from Gear Wrench. These are Mayhew pry bars. I got a set. I got straight and angle ones in here. This is a Gear Wrench, SATA or SATA. It's actually made by the same company that makes Gear Wrench or something like that. Much cheaper, a little bit cheaper than the Gear Wrench, same thing. Again, Dominators from Mayhew, these are awesome. If you beat them enough, they will break up here. So, I don't know. I love them. These are Sonex heel bars. Got a set of those too, got a small one there. I keep a first aid kit here and a knife. Got a headband, that's a cheap one that works fine. I don't use these much. Streamlight. I keep big sockets up here for like wheel nuts and like brake calipers, 36 millimeter, 32, 30, 28, things like that. These are Icon as well, or Harbor Freight and Icon, the Pittsburgh rather. Pretty decent. You will break them if you really push on them, but it's lifetime warranty for the Icon, so you can't go wrong. Swivel sockets up here. I believe that's Sonex, Icon again, and Tecton. You're gonna see a lot of Tecton in here. These are gear wrench, 1/4 inch, metric standard. These are actually Mayhew. These are awesome as well. These are Torx, 1/4 inch and 3/8. All these sockets are teched in. Pretty sure they're all teched in. You see what's going on here, metric standard. I could just pick these up and throw them on my roll cart over there, and that's how I rock that. This here is a 3/4 inch extendable. Take this out. See how I can extend it. Pretty sweet. I love this thing. It's made by Easy Red. I'm going through this very quick, guys. I'm on my break, so I got this breaker bar I never use. I never use this breaker bar. I use this all the time. It's a gear wrench. It's a long ratchet. Locking flex head. This thing is really loose and flops around a lot, but I don't care. I put some torque on that, and it hasn't broken yet. So I'm pretty psyched about that. Another tip for the new guys, instead of buying Snap-on, just get the Williams. It's damn near the same thing. Part number down there, USA. Nice ratchet, 1/2 inch ratchet. I use it occasionally. I use this one often, especially for belts and stuff on semis. This is an Icon as well. Flex head. Pretty long guy. I think it's like 15 inches or something. Another heel bar over here. Another indexing. 2/4 inch and another 1/4 inch wheel. It's pretty handy. I don't use it too much, but it's handy when it's there. I just got this. This is a gear wrench. I just got it. I really like it. It's like a indexing. Super nice. The other 1/4 inch is also gear wrench that I got with a set with all these. So, pretty sweet. Let's go to the next drawer. Just keep random stuff up here. You can see what it is. You know, Tums, Advil, lotion for your hands in the winter, extra eye pro gum, you get it. Odds and ends here, spanner wrench, this is from Lyle Tools. This is sweet. These carbide scrapers really come in handy. You guys are just gonna get an idea what you're looking at. I don't want to talk about every little piece just for this video. These really come in handy. You can put these in, I think, a 15 millimeter ratcheting wrench and make yourself a nice little short, get into tight spaces. I got them for doing radiators and the Freightliners. I think they got rid of that problem bolt now, so I don't really use them much. Icon again, these come in handy. These Allen key ball ends there. What else is worth mentioning here? Bunch of extensions, Icon, Harbor Freight, gear wrench, maybe Nyko, I'm not sure. What is this? I don't even remember what brand this is. Might be Gray Pneumatic. It is Gray Pneumatic. The 12 points come in handy occasionally, especially for drive shafts. I use that one a lot. They actually have 1/2 inch drive. It's from Sunex for drive shafts. So wobble sockets. I don't use them much, honestly. Chrome, you're not going to see a lot of chrome, but I got some because it does come in handy occasionally. You need a thin wall. I don't use these too much. I use 1 or 2 sizes for like Volvo calipers, stuff like that. And then I have 1/4 inch again down here, deep socket. These are like line wrench sockets come in handy. Fuel lines and stuff. I don't really mess with them too much in this fleet job, but I occasionally have to, so it's there. Odds and ends sockets, guys, nothing crazy. Next drawer, wrench drawer. So I just use, people ask about this a lot when I take pictures. This is just like for 7-ways, the springs. Just find any spring and you can just stretch them out, stick your wrenches in them, and you can, look how many wrenches are in this little box. I work full-time out of this box, guys. I don't need much more. I really don't buy tools that much anymore. All the way down from 33 millimeter, which comes in handy, 32, 30. You start to learn what you need the most of. You leave the other ones home and you bring these to work. So Tecton sells full kits, like no skips, and they're really nice to have, but I'm still missing some, so I bought them anyway. Random, this is all Tecton here. This is a Sonex with 33mm. Sonex makes great wrenches. Tecton makes great wrenches. You don't need to go on the damn tool truck. Trust me, you don't. I'm sure the snap-on wrenches are a little nicer, especially the flank drive, but you don't need that crap. You don't need it right now. If you really have money and you really want to spend thousands on it, go ahead. But end of rant. I have a whole bunch of videos on that stuff. Stay off the damn tool truck, especially if you're new. Gear wrench, flex head, ratcheting, and metric. They come in handy all the time. I use these little stubbies pretty often. These are made by Sonex. They are awesome. Sonex makes good tools. Taiwan. These are Icon. I use them occasionally. I use these a lot. This is also Icon. These are the switch. They got the switch here and their gear ratchets. Gear wrenches. These are Harbor Freight. I never use them. I should probably take them out. I bought them once to do like trailer brakes at my previous job. I bent one from a job I needed it for, but they're here for now. I might get rid of them and put different wrench set in here. I got a random Harbor Freight torque wrench. I don't really need it too much, so I don't really torque a lot of stuff here. We don't work on engines and stuff, so it's not that critical. Crow's foot, once in a while they come in handy. These are for brakes, brake tools. I got them on Facebook Marketplace, I think, pretty cheap. They're Lang tools. Everybody copies these, by the way. They're made by Lang, and Snap-on just puts their name on them a lot of the times and sells them for like $100 freaking or $80 or something. I don't know. This is a really good brand too. Bondus, made in USA. They're like $30 or $40, I think. Metric and standard. This is really cool, like wrench extender. Still using it. Still works great. If you see my other Toolbox videos, you might see this on like a repeat, but at least I guess it goes to show you I'm still using this stuff. I don't ever use these little wrenches that were given to me. Probably take them out. These are really handy. This 15/16 is for Volvo sensors, one of the soot sensors, I think, and then a knock sensor one here. These are brake line tools for plastic brake lines. They really come in handy. I'm just flying through this. Baco wrenches here. So Snap-on, actually, this is a Snap-on wrench. It's just, these are the guys who make the Snap-ons. Snap-on might put their flank drive on there, which is pretty sweet, but I just bought this for probably like a quarter of the price. They're really nice. They hold nice. The jaws are pretty tight. They hold tight. I might go crescent wrench next if I wear these out. This is a yard sale find. This is made in America, old school J.H. Williams. Use it all the time. Same with this one. This is also old school, made in the USA. I don't know how old it is. I use this stuff all the time. All Tecton, standard sizes, all the way up to 1.25 inches. And that's pretty much the wrench drawer. Power tools. Keep 2 batteries. Pretty batteries. I don't really load up with my batteries as much as most guys do, but here we are. So Chief, these work fine. I don't know why people spend crazy money on other ones. I go straight in 90 and I can switch off the heads for whatever I'm doing. I got a little Harbor Freight air gun, keep an extra chuck. These are fittings for like airing up trucks, testing brakes, testing, this is for testing really anything. Once you switch out this, you just have a little valve here. Right now it's set up for like air governor lines and stuff, and I have various fittings for that. Milwaukee's my deal here. I don't do anything else but Milwaukee. I think they're the best in the game. DeWalt is a close second. I think their half inch is stronger than this one, which, whatever. I mean, I got it, so it's cool. And I paired it up with a high output battery. That's the way to do it. High output battery with this gun or a Forge battery, and you're good to go. That'll rip off lug nuts on semis almost every time, okay? These are for taking off like stickers and stuff and not messing up the paint. They're pretty cool. Eraser wheels. Various punches for the air gun, which is a gray pneumatic or a Centra pneumatic. I forget what it's called. Jesus. This is a Thor though. It hits pretty hard. I like it. It's really big though. I should probably get something smaller, but that's okay for now. extracting stuff. I use those pretty often from Gear Wrench. They're pretty awesome. They're not super expensive. These are all Irwin, I think. Easy out, flute type deals here, and speed outs in there for smaller stuff. You guys get the picture. Drill, 1/2 inch, 3/8, and a 3/8 ratchet. It's pretty much all I ever needed. I'd like to add some stuff to this, but we'll get there some other day. Yeah, pliers drawers. Various clamp off pliers. Use these often for coolant leaks, air leaks, stuff like that. I haven't really used these Icon ones yet, these long ones. But I've used them a couple times. They're good. Again, if you're not buying Nip-X pliers, sorry, this is a mess. I keep this the way I always keep it. If you're not buying Nip-X pliers, you're wrong. These things are awesome. You can literally put this on a pipe and stand on it. Various vice grips, Milwaukee, Irwin mostly, Nip-X again. These pre-cutters kind of suck, but they do what they gotta do. These are great for getting off like def lines and stuff, connectors. Again, Nip-X for cutting electrical lines like cables, battery cables. Various pliers, again, Nip-X, Harbor Freight mixed in there. This is mostly all Harbor Freight, just various, what do they call that? Let's see, snap ring pliers. I got 90s straights, open and close. I might get rid of some of these, we'll see. Or what I do a lot is I demote stuff to this box, my parts box. I have a box down there. Just get demoted when I don't use it much. I just put it down there because I know if I take it out, I'm gonna need it. Anyway, filter wrenches. This thing's awesome. It gets beat up, but it works great. I forget who makes it. Caltech maybe or something like that. Calvan? I think it's Calvan. Swivel grippers are awesome. Get the idea. S-Twig hammers and Tecton hammers, by the way, made in the USA. Everybody thinks it's all Chinese. It's not. They're employing Americans and they build in America. Some of their stuff. Again, S-Twig is the way to go. I haven't used these Icon. Let's see if I can bring it out yet. I'm not even going to bring it out. It's not worth it. I wouldn't buy this again. I haven't really used it yet, but it might come in handy for like tie rods and stuff. Electrical drawer. This is a little bit messy, but so is everybody else's. Just various fittings, and there's Lyle depinning tools for depinning connectors, and I got some nail polish back there for when you have to poke a hole in a wire. You want to cover it back up. Even a little jumper tool for jumping starter solenoids. Get the gist. Just a bunch of this little stuff in here. You're going to pick up over time. I never use this because it's so thin. The gauge wire is so thin, but it comes in handy sometimes. I got a big old lamp here for test light, 3 amp. ABS testing, I just old ABS cord cut up to make testing easier. I got a headlamp bulb in this one. This is get the Astro AI, that's what it's called, Astro AI. I like it. It's cheap, works great. It's an AM clamp as well. I like it, man. Harbor Freight Maddox Back Probe kit. I use this all the time. I even modified some of these to my liking. Highly recommend that. It's just some tape. I have 2 of these retractable tests. These, one with 2 wires and one with a single wire. Super handy when you gotta run long wires. This is my daily driver here. This is a Fluke 115. Works great. I don't think I changed the battery yet, and I had it for years. I tried some extra leads though, so it is what it is. This test light is my jam. I love this thing. It's nice and tiny. It's like the size of a pen. Made by OTC. I like the cord. I think what I'm gonna do though is change out this little clip. It kind of sucks. But I love that thing. Power probe, I mean, you kind of have to have one. It really makes things handy. I also have the, I guess it could be controversial, but I love the Load Pro. Occasionally I'll use it. There's a time and place for all this stuff, but I'll use it occasionally. I think it's a good tool. I have an amp clamp I haven't used in forever. That's for like larger current. Larger amps don't want to burn up my other tools. And various crimping tools. This is Klein tools. I'm sorry, this is Doyle. This is Klein tools here. I gotta get a new one. It's chewed up. and then incline tools as well. This is good stuff for electrical. I never use this thing. I should probably take it out. It's just taking up space. Well, laser temperature gun comes in handy for sure, especially when I used to work on reefers. But yeah, that's the basic gist of the drawer there. You don't need too much stuff. I mean, I know it looks like a lot, but this is less than 3 years of buying tools. None of it's bought off a tool truck. I never even stepped on a tool truck. I mean, I did step on a tool truck, but you know, that was just to look around to help somebody out. Last drawer is kind of a catch-all. I got Milwaukee grinder in here, use it a lot. And this isn't even worth going through. I have Advil, stuff like that, extras, keep it torch. It's worth looking at. Let's see. A little grabber tool, and those little, you know what I mean, little claws at the end. That comes in handy from time to time. Really is good to have. If you work, gotta have a long extension, 1/2 inch. If you work on brake drums, these tools are really cool to have for doing the springs. It's made by Brake Tech. Yeah, Brake Tech tools. These little cat's paw claws are pretty awesome, just long picks. The rubber grips kind of fall off sometimes when you really bang on them, but it ain't too bad. You gotta keep, this is E-Torx in here. No, I mean, it's E-Torx. What's there to look at? Just trust me, it's E-Torx. Extra grinding tools, or cutting wheels rather. Trailer tester for air. I got a puller in here, catching my drift, guys. This is for doing testing fluid levels and stuff. So DEF dosing units, things like that. Sorry about that. I had to make a quick cut. Yeah, so DEF dosers is what I tested in. You got to have a certain amount, a certain amount of time. Yada. This is for pulling either battery terminals or windshield wiper arms. Really comes in handy. Just a little puller. Various NOx sensor, oxygen sensor set. I think I bought from Harbor Freight. Comes in handy. I use it very often. This is all just big sockets, like big crap. I don't want taking up space. Big 1/16, 32-inch 3/4 drive. What I do use a lot, kind of tell, is this 30 millimeter, and I think the 27 for brake caliper bolts. They're a pain in the butt, but I got that big ratchet, this big boy, that one, and one of these sockets. If you can get it in there space-wise, it's great. So highly recommend. And for the Volvo calipers for you truck guys, 17 millimeter and 3/4 for taking off calipers. Nothing super special. Ratchet strap. I do a lot of radiators here, Freightliner radiators to be specific, and when I pull them out with the forklift, I just use that around the forklift forks and pull it out. So I mean, you guys get the picture here. That's the Harbor Freight box. Hopefully that wasn't too quick. You guys can at least see what was going on. If you have any questions, or if you want me to slow down and you want to see it more detailed, just let me know, and we'll go from there. So thanks for watching. Check out some of my other videos, see what's going on, and I'll see you on the next video.